Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with something that you definitely didn't think was possible. We found a skillful Elite Barbarians bridge spam deck. Professional players play this all the time for big prize money tournaments, and they are crushing 12-win grand challenges with it. You get your opponent out of cycle once or down elixir, and they can't defend. It's got ridiculously speedy punishing potential with the Archer Queen 1 elixir ability melting entire towers, and the Magic Archer locking onto opponents when they don't have the elixir to remove it. The difficulty with the deck is you only have Elite Barbarians for high damage on defense, so you can't cycle them at the wrong moments. You also don't have any buildings, so if you mess up your defense, there's nothing to fall back on. There's also no big spell in the deck, so you have to earn all of your damage. This deck is optimized for the best players in the game. It has the fastest card cycle possible because the pro players know they can break through. If you don't play the cards efficiently, you're gonna fail. But played at the top level, it's one of the best decks in the game. Let's go jump straight some games, test our skill, and see if we can assert dominance. If you don't have Archer Queen, use Phoenix or Hunter instead. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. Thanks to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring the video today. It's a new game in the Hoyoverse made by the creators of Genshin Impact. There's a brand new game world awaiting discovery with elements of myth and legend, blended into a space sci-fi story. It's got turn-based gameplay that's easy to understand and easy to pick up. Despite its easy to learn gameplay, it's also got some deep battle systems that can be honed and mastered. At the highest level, there's a lot of strategy. Embark on adventures to different planets and save the world along the way. The music and graphics are next level. They're carefully crafted every time. There are so many different approaches to building the best strategy, shifting enemies, environments, characters, and upgrades to make sure that you maximize your combat potential. And the game is entirely free to play on mobile and PC. The RPG experience where you can meet new friends, explore new worlds, and conquer powerful enemies across space is not something that you're going to want to miss out on. The game is officially launching on April 25th this year. The character art design is exquisite. You'll be able to find a style that suits you from dozens of characters, each possessing their own unique flair. Check out Honkai Star Rail using my link in the description of the video. It's going to be one of the best RPG games this year. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make all the daily videos possible. All right, we got a game here. First things first, we're just going to wait and see what our opponent's going to do. Going to cycle our Archer Queen in the back. It's a little bit of a risky play to do if you don't end up having your Magic Archer in cycle, but I want to get the game rolling. And if you went in for opposite lane pressure with a balloon, I would probably just go all in and spam all my stuff on the left-hand side anyway. So he's going to have a Inferno Tower. We can melt the Inferno Tower using our Archer Queen. We could get in a really good spot. So I'm going to click the invisibility so we can guarantee we finish off the Inferno Tower, maybe force out some extra elixir. And now, with him not having a Knight in cycle, I'm going to go for a Battle Ram, and it's going to go and push my Royal Ghost directly towards the tower. And what this does is if he goes in for a bait card like Goblin Gang, like you're about to see, the Royal Ghost is in front, and it's getting pushed directly into the Goblins. So then it protects our Barbarians, and we get some extra value on the tower. It's not going to take out the entire tower, but it puts us in a great spot. Magic Archer might hit the Princess? No, it doesn't. Sometimes I look at my Magic Archer, I'm like, if only you had the invisibility of the Archer Queen. If only I could click the ability there. You'd pop off, man. So I'm going to go and click the invisibility right now when the Knight's about to hit us. Should be able to finish off the Princess and also the Knight at the same time. Perfect placement of the Princess for us to be able to snipe that. It feels really good to have that happen. All right, so Bandit not going to dash on anything, but still going to give us enough value to be able to decay the rest of his aggressive Inferno Tower. He's dropping that Inferno Tower so frivolously, too. Every single time that he has the opportunity to, he's dropping it on defense against the Archer Queen. It seems like he wants to save his Knight, so then he has the Knight for the rest of our bridge spam. So, I want to go for a Battle Ram again because the Inferno Tower is out of cycle. I think he might wisen up and decide to go in for a Rocket if I go for a Royal Ghost. So I want to switch up my decision. Wait, I can go for a Magic Archer. I hope it hits the Princess and locks onto the tower. Dude, let's go! Princess got sniped! That's massive value. And we're hitting each one of the Spear Goblins and hitting the tower too. I think the Barbarian is going to put us in a pretty big lead as well. I'm going to go Archer Queen in the middle because it is able to finish off the Knight. I don't want to go in for an Ice Spirit, but I think, or a Heal Spirit, but I think I have to. Because if the Ice Spirit jumps onto our tower, it's going to freeze my tower and give him a lot more power to get damage. So if you're playing against a log bait deck and you don't actually have log in your deck, it's going to be hard for you to be able to counter the Goblin Barrel. But if you keep up a lot of pressure, your opponent won't get opportunities to go in for Goblin Barrel. So I'm going to go in for a Bandit on the left-hand side, ideally go and bait out his Goblin Gang or his Knight. And then I'm going to go in for a Battle Ram with the Royal Ghost on the right-hand side. And we'll see how this works.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Oh, he tried to get frisky with the Princess. That's not going to work out for you ever. You can go for a Magic Archer and align that with the Knight, I think. Perfect. Let's go. We win the game. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Sometimes you don't even need to have a Fireball or a Rocket or a Lightning in your deck. you can just brute force power your way through with this deck and walk away with dominant W's. If you adjust your card cycle and find the correct opportunities where your opponent doesn't have a building in cycle, there's no chance they're ever going to stop your battle ram when it's raged up and healed up by the heal spirit.
A few dominance is asserted later.
It's always a good time crushing log bait. GG and well played. Let's bounce on next one. Let's go. We got another game here. We're going to go for our tennis ball at the start and go and see if we can score some points. So he is not going to cycle anything on the tennis ball. We're going to get some nice damage. I'm going to go Archer Queen in the back. A little bit risky to do, but I think it's something that we're going to pull through with. We can go for a Bandit in the middle, and the mortar should miss that and then just not hit the Bandit. Hopefully, Bandit run away. Yo, let's go. There's nothing better than making the mortar miss. Unfortunately, he will have Skeleton King for a lot of splash damage, and he's probably going to have a ton of bait cards as well. Dude, you got to be joking me right now. You've got Valkyrie and Skeleton King in the same deck for a huge amount of splash damage. Well, that's going to be tough for our E-Barbs to ever find a way through. We can go in for E-Barbs off to the side so the Skeleton King can't splash onto all the E-Barbs at once, if you guys noticed that. We're going to go for a rage so the E-Barbs can put in even more work on top of the Skeletons and then kill the RG a bit faster. Maybe we're going to be able to run away with a huge lead here. I don't think so, though. I think that the Fisherman's going to stop us in our footsteps. Oh, come on. We wanted some extra shots, man. All right, so he'll probably end up having a Skeleton army since we see Skeleton King. It just is a tandem pair that you see everywhere. Those cards are pretty much inseparable. So if I go in for a Bandit, I need to also have either a Rage or a Royal Ghost. You got to have splash damage in this deck when you're going in for aggressive plays. Otherwise, you're just going to flop and fail. So we're going to go in for a Royal Ghost in front of our Battle Ram so it gets pushed so we can get some extra value. I think he's going to go in for a Skeleton army. No, he went in for a Mortar instead. Interesting. Dude, I hate playing against Firecracker 2 when I don't have arrows because that thing never dies. Wait, we can activate King Tower though, so it's not that bad. That's something I can vibe with at least. We'll activate King Tower with this Archer Queen, make sure the Firecracker doesn't give him too much value, and we'll see what else we can do. Lightning? No! Come on, man! What the heck? This is pure pain. This is not what we wanted to see. So this deck is pretty high skill cap that I'm playing from all the bridge spam decks that you can play in Clash Royale because it's really fast card cycle and you got to make outplays from your opponent. And I need to really make some huge outplays to win this one. He's going to have lightning as well. Oh, wait, the Battle Ram's locked on the tower. I could rage this up, but I don't think it's worth it. I want to go and kill his Skeleton King, and then I want to go in for Magic Archer in the middle so we can get extra value. So I don't think I'm going to get any extra value other than that. All right, do we just go and click the ability so then the Fisherman doesn't yoink everything? It's ridiculous to see Mortar and Royal Giant in the same deck, but as you guys can see, Archer Queen is so good against Mortar. Bad thing is, not so good against Royal Giant when they've got Lightning. All right, so we're doing Royal Ghost here. I would love to go in for E-Barbs and then go for another Magic Archer, but I don't think that's the right play. We'll see what he does today. Okay, so we can go in for another Battle Ram here. I don't think he's going to be back to a Mortar because his card cycle is considerably clunky. I wonder if the Battle Ram can connect. Dude, he got back to Mortar too. What the heck? All right, we're going to go Bandit and see if we can go and steal some nice damage. And then I'm going to go for Magic Archer here. I'm going to go in for a Royal Ghost as well. I'm going to go in for a Rage. We need to get a lot of damage here and fast. Come on now, just kill the Royal Giant. You literally have one job, Bandit. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So if we go Battle Ram on the other side, he doesn't have Valkyrie in cycle, so how is he planning on countering this? He's going to drop something down the middle that we can easily Magic Archer, right? Nope, he's not giving it to us. Eventually, he's going to have to drop something down the middle sometime at some point in his life. Okay, Magic Archer, lock and load, baby. Give me the value. Come on now. We're going to rage up the Magic Archer for even more damage. The Bandit's locking up and loading up the damage. Come on, Magic Archer, you're still raged up. Oh my goodness. Quite possibly one of the crazier matchups I've ever seen in Clash Royale. You know, you don't expect to walk into a matchup where you're playing against Royal Giant with Lightning and Mortar. But that's what Clash Royale does. Every single match is a wild adventure. You can never predict what your crazy opponents are playing. You just have to adapt to the situation and outplay them every time. All right, so getting into the game here, we're just going to go for a casual heal spirit and figure out what our opponent's got. Don't want to be spending too much elixir at the start because you guys already know this deck is built off of counter pushes. Elite Barbarians eat whatever your opponent drops, and then they counter push, and they probably take the tower if you're up any amount of elixir. The guy is going to go in for a Royal Ghost. Probably going to be playing against a P.E.K.K.A deck, if I had to guess, whenever we see someone go for a Royal Ghost a little bit later, especially if he's going to have Electro Wizard in the same deck. So Electro Wizard is the best answer in his entire deck to my Battle Ram. So if I can win the battle at the river right now with my Archer Queen and melt his... Oh, please just melt it. Melt the Bandit. Please? Okay, cool. I was like, the Bandit's gone. We can go and drop our Battle Ram. But I don't want to do that immediately because the P.E.K.K.A is coming at me. So maybe we can go in for a Battle Ram to kite the P.E.K.K.A, use our Magic Archer as well. I don't know if that's going to work, but we have to try it. The Battle Ram will slightly pull the P.E.K.K.A, and then the P.E.K.K.A is not going to be able to get as much damage as it's hoping for. We can go for a Heal Spirit afterward to pull the P.E.K.K.A back again. And then maybe last second, I can go for a Bandit so the P.E.K.K.A doesn't get a single shot on my tower. I'm hoping that the Bandit can steal this defense. Let's go. Meanwhile, the Battle Ram put in a lot of work on the right-hand side. If we went for Royal Ghost too early, we would be screwed because his Royal Ghost and ours wouldn't interact. But we drop in our Royal Ghost a little bit later after the Royal Ghost of his hits my tower. So then we're going to be able to unravel it and finish it off. So I'm looking at this game right now, and I'm in a pretty good spot. We've done both of his towers half HP. Here's the thing, though. P.E.K.K.A crushes Evarbs on defense, and it is not fun. So we want to make sure that the P.E.K.K.A is out of cycle, and then he has limited answers in his arsenal for our Elite Barbarians. Or maybe if he doesn't have enough elixir, that's also another good thing for us. Dude, is he already dead? No way. I love how fast you can win games with this deck. All you have to do is get your opponent at a limited amount of elixir, and they have nothing for the Ebarbs plus range. Because if the Ebarbs rage get on top of their tower, and they don't have any bait cards, I mean, even if they do have bait cards, it's going to get shattered by the Royal Ghost and the Magic Archer and the Rage. They're going to get shredded because the Ebarbs just do so much freaking damage. We took 2 towers, and it hadn't even hit double elixir yet. This deck is utterly dominant. 3 crowns are the only thing on the menu today. My man's got P.E.K.K.A, Magic Archer, and Phoenix in his banner. Let's see what he's up to. We want to go and invoke the Birds of Prey on him with our Bridge Spam. No Phoenix for you, man. I hate playing against Phoenix because it's such a strong card. Even after like 4 or 5 nerfs, it's one of the best cards in the game. So we're going to go in for a Magic Archer here. Hopefully line it up to the Mighty Miner and lock onto the tower. Let's go. Click that bomb. Go into the other side. Oh no, that's a Mega Knight. You know, Mega Knight is not super scary with this deck, but it's never a card that you love to see when you're running Bridge Spam. We can go in for our Elite Barbarian so then the Mighty Miner doesn't destroy us, and we can go for Heal Spirit afterward. Typically, I would ideally like to go in for the Elite Barbarians on both sides of the Mega Knight, so the Mega Knight can't splash on everything, but I was forced into that position because I couldn't allow the Mighty Miner to lock onto my tower. So we're currently winning by 1,300 HP on the right-hand side, so that's pretty big. But I also have to deal with the counter push that he's going to be spamming. Oh, great. This is going to be really rough, guys. Out of all the matchups that I don't want to play against in Clash Royale, it's Royal Hogs. Because if you look at my deck, I've got no Fireball. I also only have a measly Royal Ghost for splash damage. Royal Ghost, you're working double duty. You're working overtime today, because if not, then I lose. We're going to go in for the Archer Queen on the other side. I'm going to try to go and make sure I go opposite lane of the annoying Mr. Mighty Miner. And we will go and click the ability when the Mighty Miner gets close, and so he can't ramp up any of his damage, and he's going to walk away, and we're going to make him pay. You can't ignore the Queen, man. So I would love to go in for another ability, but obviously since the Queen was so far up, she wasn't able to replenish her ability in time. We can go for Elite Barbarians here. We can also go in for a Battle Ram. I think going in for Elite Barbarians is slightly better because I can activate King Tower if he Mega Knights. I want him to Mega Knight so freaking bad. Let's go. Please nothing else with Mega Knight. Please nothing else with Mega Knight. Maybe I can get him to not drop anything else with the Mega Knight. If I go in for a Magic Archer here, and then I go in for a Heal Spirit, I can actually activate King Towers. So we'll show you guys what's up. We'll show you guys what's good. Activate King Tower against Mega Knight right now. Heal Spirit, please. Oh, yes. I didn't know if the Mega Knight had enough life left in it, and it worked out beautifully. So this is what I was talking about, the difficulty. I do not know if I can defend this, so I needed the King Tower activated. If you play against Mega Knight, always try to activate King Tower with those placements, as you guys saw. It costs 5 elixir, but the Mega Knight's 7, so it is worth it, and the King Tower activation will be there in perpetuity for you for the rest of the game. We're going to go in for a Magic Archer here, force him to click the ability a little bit faster. I hope that that does enough damage for me to win the game, but I don't know. Oh my goodness, I'm a little bit scared, guys. Usually I'm very comfortable in my games, but today it's a little bit different, you know? All right, we're going to go in for a Heal Spirit here. Oh, let's go. I'm so thankful both Elite Barbarians went in the other side. Okay, okay. E-Barbs put in the work. Yes, sirs. We're going to click the Archer Queen ability, hopefully shatter the... Oh, no, that's not what we wanted. That's definitely not what we wanted, Chief. That's not what I signed up for. We're going to follow up with a Bandit. We're going to be able to hopefully dash onto everything. I want to win this game so freaking badly right now, but I don't know if I can. We need to be able to spam a lot of elixir on the left-hand side because we know he's going to go in for the win. I think we got to go for Elite Barbarians. It's the only thing that I have that I think can kill everything. Then I need to rage. I don't think I'm going to win, guys. No! 90 HP in a dream. 90. No, arrows do enough. Barely going to lose. You can't win every game you play, guys. If you play against Royal Hogs, it is the worst matchup for this deck. I think if I applied a little bit more aggression on the right-hand side and didn't try to defend the entire time at the end, I might have been able to walk away with a win. You live and you learn, and sometimes there are matchups that are going to be tough for every deck. You just try to play your hardest, see if you can win. And if you can't, you bounce on the next one and bounce back there. All right, we got a game against someone from a 3 Crowns by Zap clan. Well, I feel like that's improbable. Don't start giving my chat and my comment section video ideas, bro. If people start asking for that, I'm never going to be able to do it.
No way! The Rays 3 crowned him. That's straight up disrespectful.
So he's going to go in for a Lava Hound in the back first play, which is not something I like to see. It is an incredibly difficult card for us to counter when we only have Archer Queen and Magic Archer. Our game plan, however, is potentially going to work. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go for the Archer Queen ability, and then I might be able to line up that Magic Archer to get value. I'm going to go in for Battle Ram on the other side so I can go and kite the annoying Night Witch so I don't have to deal with it and procrastinate our problems for a different day. So... oh, okay. I'm definitely losing my tower, but will I get 3 crown? That's the question. I think it's better for me to take 2 towers and stop him from 3 crowning me. So if I can go in for another Magic Archer afterward, shut down the balloon, and then still go in the right-hand side, that would be the ideal situation for me. Ooh, this is going to be such a tough match. If I find out a way to win this, it would be a miracle. So our opponent's going to end up going in for Balloon, Night Witch. I think he's got like Balloon Clone or something crazy. I'm going to go for Royal Ghost towards the 3 crown just to apply some pressure and see what he's going to do. A lot of times people just Lava Hound here on the same side as the Royal Ghost, but I'm hoping that he does that so I can go in for E-Barbs and a Heal Spear on the right-hand side and hopefully snag a tower. We'll see what happens. I also have Rage in case he's got Skeleton Army in the deck, so that's not going to work out so well for him. Maybe he'll think that I've got Barbarian or something, and then he decides to go in for it anyway, but he doesn't. Dude, he's got Firecracker in this deck. What the heck am I playing against? I think it's important for me to cycle Magic Archer early on so I can get back to multiple of them. Since the other air card, the Archer Queen, I can only cycle 1 on the field. So whenever I cycle it, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go and cycle the Archer Queen ability here, and then I can go in for a Rage when he decides to go and pop the Lava Hound. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. We're totally okay right now. Definitely not even close to dead at 1,000 HP on our tower on the right. Okay, we're going to go in for a Bandit in the middle so we can keep the Archer Queen alive and potentially go in for another ability depending on what happens. Nice! The Archer Queen is definitely going to get another ability off, and she is not dying anytime soon. So, I need to go in for a Battle Ram on the left-hand side. Oh, I can't. He went for a Night Witch early. This guy's so smart. I hate it. He's splitting up his stuff so I can never figure out which side I want to go in. All right, I'm going to go for Magic Archer here, just in case. Yeah, he went in for another Lava Hound. He's one of them. All right, I'm going to E-Barbs and apply pressure so then he has to defend that. And then I can go for a Rage here, and then go for an Archer Queen last second whenever I get the chance. I need to have this Archer Queen somehow stop myself from getting 3 crown. This Archer Queen needs to melt everything. It's got its work cut out for it. Oh my goodness, maybe 3 crown. Come on, one more E-Barb hit. I didn't get it, and the Royal Ghost doesn't kill it either. Dude, what is happening in this game? This is insane. All right, I'm going to go in for a Ram, and then I think I can just go in for a Rage and win the game. So, not too bad. You can always hold down the spell to see how much damage it does. Really wacky and wild game, and I'm so happy to win it. That was one of the wildest 3 crown races I've had in a while. I feel like our opponent has to change their clan to 3 crown by Rage.
What are you doing?
Huh? Me? Just hanging around.
Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.